Welcome back, Mr. Goodberry. The First Star Logistics studio is fully equipped and ready to record.
Welcome back to Bengals on the Brain, presented by First Star Logistics. This is episode 82, the Reggie Kelly episode. I'm your host, Joe Goodberry, and we're going to continue our draft review, our film watching episodes of the players we didn't hit. Now, so far, we've gotten Amarius Mims, Chris Jenkins, Jermaine Burton, Eric All, Tanner McLaughlin. Today's episode, Texas A&M nose tackle, pick number 97. McKinnley Jackson, they should give him number 97 just for being pick 97. That's how I do it. But we talked about the value of drafting nose tackle, how the run may have started a little bit early when T'Vondre Sweat went. The next guy I really liked was Jordan Jefferson. He went in the 4th round, so you didn't have much room for error there. As much as the data says you should wait to draft nose tackles because they're such a hard position to evaluate, not on a film perspective, but on a data perspective, the rest of the grade you're going to use pre-draft makes it very hard to know if these guys are going to be good or not. But I did give McKinnley Jackson the 3rd highest grade of all the players they drafted. I gave Amarius Mims number 1. I gave Jermaine Burton the 2nd highest. I gave McKinnley Jackson the 3rd highest grade. I thought his flashes were really, really good on tape, and I got 2 games to show you. We've got 4 total available. I think these 2 are the best ones to show you what he can do. Plus, it's not like receiver and tight end from the last 2 episodes. These guys play when they're in there. They're involved mostly when you're a nose tackle and defensive tackle. So we're going to do McKinnley Jackson versus Alabama and versus LSU. And the fun thing about the Alabama, I said that Burton goes off in that game. We're going to see a lot of those right now. All right, there's McKinnley Jackson in the middle of defense right there. We're going to see him instantly penetrate and cause chaos and a little bit of trouble for the right guard of Alabama. So right here, you're going to see when we talk, I'm going to set this up first. Nose tackle typically is anywhere aligned here to here from the head of either guard. So when we say, can he transition to be a nose tackle in the NFL? Let's count the snaps where he's actually doing it at A&M so we get an idea of how often he's doing it. Now he's sliding in right there. So I would say this is a nose tackle and an even front type of snap. Oh, it's the center he beats. Nice. So you're going to see his explosiveness and first step for a guy that's 6'1" and has some bulk to him. Now he's right directly over that nose. Directly over the ball in the center. Let's see if he stays there as they're adjusting. Oh, yeah. Look at that first step, right? This is what I saw on tape. Like when I saw and why I gave him a higher grade than Chris Jenkins were things like this that consistently popped up. Like he's the first guy. Let me see if I can pause it at the right time. And why I liked him over the nose, I mean, guys, that's what we're looking for. He is stressing that guard. You see that guard's foot slip on contact? Yeah, I'm getting excited. Because McKinnley Jackson was a tough one for me because he came out because he's a nose tackle. He's going to score low. But on tape, I had a high grade on him. I had the highest of everyone on our draft spreadsheet. So let's keep our eyes on him. We got delay here. Watch that first step get off. And then the guard 77 is going to have to handle him. He's going to penetrate. This step right here, this foot for the guard is going to slide on contact. Now, he couldn't get off and couldn't make a play, but he didn't end up on the ground, and the guard did. So, for me, that's always worth points. We're already down to 4 minutes left in the first because of how often he isn't on the field. Now, here he loses ground. 77 is going to get a win back. This is part of the consistency you see with Jackson. That can be frustrating. He's right at the nose. Gets caught by 77, and he's fighting for his life to maintain ground there. At the nose again, he's in his 4-point stance, means both hands down, and he's going for it. And now I'd like to show you, that's Jermaine Burton on the outside too. While we're here, maybe we'll watch the play twice. Watch Burton first, snap it off, out route, sideline, hands dropped. Okay, now it's back to McKinnley Jackson. I like when he gets in his 4-point stance like this. I feel like he comes off low. He comes off strong. This is how you control your pad level for Jackson. He's going to get underneath the center here, and he's going to try and walk him back with some power, and he would have if anyone else was rushing from the inside because both guards squeeze in and make it hard on Jackson. You'll see here is he's going to try and walk the center back, and there's just too much help, right? So, like for an evaluation purposes, how much can we even weigh that? Again, he's trying to bull rush that center, and there's just too much help on the inside. This is Jermaine Burton down the sideline. If we want to watch it, watch his route. He's at the top of the screen. Watch him try and eat up this cushion and then blow past the corner. Contested ball does not get caught. Back on McKinnley Jackson on the inside. See, going for that power. That ball's inside on Burton. Makes it very tough on him. He's looking for a flag somewhere. This is one of his best games, though, even though we saw 2 incomplete targets to him. Good job, A&M defense stringing it out. Jackson in the middle, at the nose, right over the center. Walk that center back. Allow everyone on the outside to do their jobs. Back in the nose tackle spot. Almost a pressure. Is that Burton? That is Burton again. Burton at the top of the screen, going to run his route. Yeah, we're going to watch both of these guys. We've seen this before. Inside stem, what's a bench route, I want to say? When you take it inside, then go outside. He kills these guys on that. He kills everyone we've watched so far on that route. He really sells that inside. All right, back to the inside here. Over the top of the center is McKinnley Jackson. He's going to come around, flash in front of the quarterback just enough. I don't think he gets credit for pressure in this game, but I thought there was a couple good pass rush wins, and like even right there is enough of if that quarterback had to hold the ball. If Burton wasn't such a clean win on the outside, Jackson may have gotten home. They're going to try and cut Jackson here. So he's over top. He's in between the guard and center, shaded, I would say, inside of the guard. And the center's going to try and cut him. You see him hit him in the hip right away. Stays on his feet. Good low center of gravity. And now, if the quarterback wanted to cut this back at all, because this is supposed to be cut, he's supposed to be able to take this up. Instead, the quarterback's going to have to go out this way where the linebacker is going right for him. So McKinnley Jackson, able to stay on his feet, forces the quarterback to go outside where our linebackers got him. So good job, McKinnley Jackson. Back at the nose. Again, that initial push on that center, right? Until you got guard help there, we got a wide open Bama player for the touchdown. That is not Jermaine Burton, so we won't go back. Let's watch McKinnley Jackson inside here. You'll see the initial push he gets on the center. And that center, until the guard comes and helps him, it's the job of the nose tackle. You're going to get doubled more than other guys, which is why I said the production data is hard to look at. It's hard to say because these guys they're not going to make plays. All right, 1-on-1 with the center here. Oh, he's still going in there, huh? He's a fighter. All right, to our left here, over top of the guard, the center's going to meet him, and he's going to get some penetration. I thought versus the run, McKinnley Jackson offered more penetration than Chris Jenkins did. Chris Jenkins was a better two-gapper, holding guys up, using his length, identifying the ball, finding the ball. Nice pass rush for Jackson here. Okay? So he's going to go a gap over, and that's Jermaine Burton if we want to see the route real fast. He's at the top of the screen. Just snaps it off, out route, catch it. Can you make a guy miss or anything? Just get your 7 yards, go out of bounds. That's fine. Back to McKinnley Jackson. right here. So he's going to go outside and going to end up on this guard. And I want to say it was just a swipe move. And he's going to beat him to the outside. Let's see and make sure. Yes. I mean, like, that's a clear, easy pass rush win. And that ball's out again. So again, he didn't get credit for a pressure in this game. But we've seen him win already as a pass rusher. An easier win there could have gotten him in position to make a play here. A cleaner win, cleaner hand usage. He likes to give the hands and pull them away. You'll see it on this play here. Again, he's at the nose, going over against the guard this time. If he could have knocked those hands down there, he could already be winning and heading towards the quarterback. Instead, he gains some ground and some depth. Now he can win on the second and third phase, and he almost does there. I'll give you who he reminds me of the most at the end. And even though I may have said it already, but I'll say it again because I feel strong about it. There's two players. One played for the Browns last year. One is a former Bengal that also played for the Browns, right? He may have. So all right, Jackson back at the nose. Tried to rush upfield and power that guy out of there. You know I can just do that a bunch. Rush upfield, try and power that guy, keep his weight going with him. Didn't work. You really got to land that at the right time, with the right hand placement and force. And this is the film of watching a nose tackle, just getting doubled and the ball getting out fast. So we'll keep it moving. Unless it's a Jermaine Burton catch, which is why I did want to watch this film. Doubled once again. Not much to say from McKinnley Jackson. It's hard to beat a double team, right? We know this. Doesn't take a football savant to know that two guys are harder to beat than one. They will do this with him a bunch, which I think is fun that you can do this with the nose tackle. And it's basically you're going to stunt him and have him go outside, especially against the RPO stuff. If they wanted to, if all the run action is taking it to the right and you come around to the left, maybe you can get in the way and knock a pass down. Boom. Yeesh. That ball is out. What a blitz. Yeah, he's blitzing. Look at him. Oh, he held it. Oh, that ball's out. Picked up by Bama. All right, Jackson back at the nose, 3-man front. We got a corner blitz. We got some blitzing going on. He splits, looked like he split left guard center there. Just not enough big defenders in the box here. So he's at nose. He's going to go between the center and left guard. Right there. You give the center a little bit, pull him down. Now he's off balance. The guard's not in position to really stop you. I mean, if you could tie up two players long enough, but then the guard's still down there. So he didn't tie up the left guard long enough, probably. But the idea of the nose tackle is to tie up two players to get the numbers back in favor of the defense. There's a win off the line for McKinnley Jackson again. So he's over top of the center. He's going to end up against 77 at guard right off the snap. As soon as we adjust here. All right. Eyes back on Jackson. Like, nice rip. Goes with power again against the center. Center ended up on the ground. Don't see what happened there. I'd like to see what happened there. Let's see this. Did he bowl over the center or did the center get tripped up? Which can be a function of the same thing there. Sometimes you're powerful enough, you get the center to walk into his lineman and get knocked over. I don't know what happened there, actually. He's bull rushing him. Oh, maybe the guard's foot hit him. Yeah, it looks like the guard's foot might have tripped him up. Still, good rush by Jackson. He's stressing out that center, no doubt about it. Get a half second there to see a double team. Not much happening. See how he takes on this double team. Center and guard. Just got to hold him up long enough. Another half second. Again, gets doubled on a pass play. This is not where he's going to win. This is not his area. Jermaine Burton down there. Let's watch him. Burton down here. Don't look at the yellow arrow. Sees the play's done. Shoot. Oh, like we said, man, when things break down, he is such a monster. When it breaks down for the quarterback, like go to Burton, find Burton. He knows how to get open afterwards. I'm glad Zach Taylor said this too, like, because that's something they saw. And I wasn't even really thinking about it until after he said it. And I'm like, you know what? He did have a bunch of plays after things broke down. That they valued that too. Man, it's a big 52 is big. I just saw he and Jackson going at it. Jackson's all thighs too. It's like he could probably add even more weight. I wouldn't be surprised if he could get to 340 or so. But at 6'1", it's so hard to get there. He holds his ground there. All right, third quarter coming to a close. 52 seconds left. Jackson looks between center left guard. Gonna get the double team again. And we got to pass to the back of the end zone. We'll skip. Don't need to see that. Is Jackson out there? Maybe he's the one closest to us. Okay. This will spit him out wider. This is at a 3 tech. Let's see if he gets a chance to rush from there. He gets doubled again. Burton. That's got to be Burton. No doubt about it. Burton on the outside here. Top of the screen. Breaking tackles for the touchdown. Let's see. Does he square this in? He's wide open on the slant. Bang. As soon as he catches it, defender coming down. Splits 3 guys, basically. Good job, Jermaine Burton. Way to close that gap. Explode after the catch. All right, let's get our eyes back on the McKinnley Jackson. Although that doesn't look like him. Let's go with it. That's where the arrow said. Let's see. Is that 3? I can't see that number enough to be sure if that is McKinnley Jackson. Yeah, because there he is there. He's squattier than that fella. That last guy we saw. So, all right, here's a nice 2 Rams going at it. That right guard and Jackson. Jackson, number 3, left side here all the way out at the 3 tech spot. Going to take on this right guard, stand him up, work back inside towards the run play, help trip up that running back. Nothing there. Absolutely stoned. Burton, did he fumble? He did. Jermaine Burton with the fumble coming across. We got a 24-17 game. Alabama leading. McKinnley Jackson back at the nose tackle spot. You can see that power he hit that right tackle with. That I think the right tackle ended up driving him to the ground. Let's see from the tight angle. All right, so he's right at the nose. How's he going to end up on the right tackle? All the way outside. Okay. Oh yeah, he gets tripped over the running back. 8 minutes left in this game now. Jackson over top of the right guard. Ooh, see, these are the plays where I've seen. Okay, so this is a good example of him taking on a double team. So if you're going to be a nose tackle, you got to be able to take on a double team. And we got McKinnley Jackson here, just shading inside of the guard. He's going to take on both these guys, and he's got to be able to hold his ground long enough. Okay, so he's going to end up taking on the tackle. That's what happened. The tackle and the guard are going to take him on to double him. And he's going to stick that foot in the ground to really try and brace himself. This is tough, man. That's why they get hurt too. It's just you're holding 600 pounds of weight, two guys driving into you, and you got one leg trying to hold it up, plus your own 300 pounds. Like, good luck. He's just not athletic and bursty enough to really be a consistent pass rusher. I do like the burst he gets out of his stance with, like right there again. And we're going to get a false start. See, that's 5. They tried to highlight 5. This is who we were looking at a minute ago then. So that's not McKinnley Jackson. That's 5. Don't do that. 5 has more burst, no doubt about it. You can instantly see it. He's excuse me, he's having a good time. Keep getting these plays here. None of these are McKinnley Jackson. Keep him moving. Now that looks like McKinnley Jackson out there. There he is. Not where the arrow has it. Come on. These arrows they're getting us today. Sorry. Right there. Oh, good first step. Gets driven out of there by the center. Let's watch him again here. What happened? Yeah. I mean, he helps the rest of the team by penetrating. He does get a lot of penetration for a nose tackle. And again, you can watch a lot of linemen versus Alabama. Here's a good run stop for the nose tackle. You can watch a lot of linemen versus Alabama, and it's usually not good for them. Like, that's the game to watch to get NFL idea of the type of competition he'll be going against. So Jackson here, he's going to end up going against the center, I want to say. Yep. Okay. Eyes on the ball carrier, absorb the double team, stay in position, shed, fill the hole. Like, that's A+ work for nose tackle right there. You got a third down here. He's at the nose again. We're going to get a chance to pass rush. No, we're running it. And he ate up the center and allowed the linebacker to go underneath. So, like we say about nose tackle, I want to occupy him if I can. If I can occupy two guys, great. Either any of the two interior guys. If I can occupy two, that typically means I got a linebacker running free to go make the tackle, whoever it may be. So let's watch this play because we do see a linebacker end up free and getting in there. So what did he end up doing? He ended up tying up two guys, right? The right guard, here's his head, he's fallen, and the center. So now we're going to get 45 coming in to make a play. So this is nose tackle life. I'm not going to show up on the stat sheet. I'm not going to get any credit. There's no data that says I did my job here, other than maybe like PFF grades, right? And then 45 is going to come in and make the play. Good job, McKinnley Jackson. You did your job. Good first step from him right here again. He got underneath that tackle. Not much going on afterwards, though. 2-minute warning. They're trying to run the clock out. Good penetration. And they got what? Was that a catch? All right, I'm going to try and keep my eyes on Jackson here. Right in the middle. And good push. They got this guy. How do you allow that to happen? Jackson was still running it out though, huh? That was a first down. That ended the game, pretty much. Oh my gosh. What was that? They tried to catch him quick. They didn't have enough guys out there. So now you got a chance still. Good penetration. Watch the penetration again from the nose. Yeah, for a guy at nose, he gets in the backfield. I think he had his tackle for loss, so yardage wise, was further back in the backfield than Chris Jenkins was also. So maybe those may have affected how I felt about him while watching. Again, we're tying up two players by McKinnley Jackson enough to let the linebackers come across, 21 and 45 being the linebackers. But you see the guard in the center there. Now they've got to delay and wait. So then the guard never is able to get out in front and block, and 21 makes the tackle. So now we should have a third down. No, it's fourth down. So we got a fourth down situation. Everyone's bunched in there. And we're just chucking it up. To end the game, I'm assuming. Burton to get his last target. On a 12 target game. Again, go watch this game. It's fun. Okay, we've got McKinnley Jackson versus LSU lined up at the nose there and going to go outside tackle outside the left guard there. Deep ball to, who's that, Brian Thomas? Looking for the flag. Let's see Jackson's pass rush here. What's his plan? What's he want to do here? Not much of anything. Not bursty enough to not have a plan. You know, if you're going to be a nose tackle that's, not a great athlete because none of them really are, except for like the Dexter Lawrences of the world. You at least got to go. You got to have that power move, which Jackson does. Plays with good leverage, does have power, does have burst. He just doesn't have like extreme athleticism or can't side to side, horizontal athleticism, agility. And like there's a nice initial move that gets stoned as you have to deal with two players. So watch him on the right side here. He's outside the right guard. Center picks him up. That's it. I really like LSU's all whites. They look so classic. I think LSU has great uniforms. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the yellow. Typically, my high school team wears yellow though. Our local. Now my kids are going there. They wear yellow. Okay, so he's going to get washed out a little bit here. I want to make sure I see this one correctly. Okay, so that's him at the nose. He's going to deal with tackle comes up and hits him. That's what happens. Tackle in the left guard. Takes on that double team. Stays with the play though for McKinnley Jackson. I like to see that. So he's on our left side here. Left defensive tackle side. Gets blown up a little bit, but stays with the play. Enough to go lay a hit on Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels takes some hits too. For a skinny dude like that, he gets crushed often. All right. Okay. There's taking on the double, even triple team here. How many are we going to take on? He's right at the nose. Yeah, he's going to take out all three of them. And not give up any ground. Everyone else collapses in on the running back. Okay, McKinnley Jackson, life of a nose tackle there. Again, that's not on the stat sheet. That'll never show up on the stat sheet. Give him the long arms, pull him away, take him away. Let's see it if we get a better angle on this. He's right over top of the center. Then you're picked up by the guard. I said when we started the last video to count how many he's at the nose tackle. He is there often. So this is different than when we're watching other people and we're trying to say, can we put this guy at nose? Can he be a nose? McKinnley Jackson has played it a ton. He's got a nice square shape to him. That's what a nose tackle should look like. Typically, like him a little bit taller, but he's got long arms, so kind of makes up for it. I think just having sometimes his vision a couple inches lower than what you would want, He loses the ball carrier at times. There you go. Good run defense there. See it there. Here's where the long arms matters. Watch him on the left side here. He's going to lock out 72 and then peek inside. He'll say, okay, the run's going inside. Let me rip in there. Let me go make a play. And he does. Gets a run stop. Some of his hand placement could be better at times. There we go. There's a pass rush win, I would say. You're at least disrupting and collapsing the pocket. Let's see it. All right, Jackson right here. Haven't drawn in a while, so let's get it out there to make sure we're all on the same page. Yeah. He ended up falling on the ground. But he does like to give that long arm and then pull it away, turn it into some type of, I guess it's a rip, but not really if you're going the same side. I guess it is. Work your way back in, Jackson. So he's taking on a double team here. Right at the nose spot. He's going to take on that guard in center. Get knocked back just a little bit. Holds his ground enough. Again, it's to allow other people to make a play. You take on two, so it leaves a linebacker free. Got it. Wide open touchdown. Not much he can do here from Jackson's perspective. Just other than create chaos and a mess of bodies on the ground, right? 17-14 A&M over LSU. It should be third quarter now. And there's an outside pass rush win. Doesn't matter because the ball is out. Yep. So knocks that outside hand down. Rips, tries to get around the corner. That's about as much as you're going to get from him, right? Just enough to penetrate, enough to cause some issues for that offensive lineman, but why I don't think he'll be a high sack getter. And not that nose tackles typically are. Oh, was Brian Thomas losing his mind up there? What was he that open? Or was it Neighbors out of the slot? Corner just fell. Dang. Nose tackles aren't typically high sack getters because I think you need that agility and closing speed that you just don't typically get from these guys. They can push the pocket, they can cause chaos, they can disrupt, but actually dislodging and getting a free, clean path to the quarterback, that's tough. It's not an easy task. You have to be an athlete in order to do that. And you can be an athletic nose. Like I think McKinnley Jackson is athletic enough for a nose, but he's not like Dexter Lawrence and those guys. Jaden Daniels is fast. Yeesh. Yeah, because McKinley Jackson isn't even out there, is he? Oh, he was. 3 was out there. I'm sorry. All right. LSU's down by 10. Well, they were there. I don't know what happened, but that's interesting. Looks like they slant everyone one way, and have the linebackers come across? Is that what happened? It looks like they had these guys going this way, this way, this way. Meanwhile, they come that way. Is that why everyone was left wide open like that? Let's see. Yeah, pretty much. Well, Jackson's on the ground, but that's, part of the job. Okay, it's 24-21 now. 3-point game. Nothing for Jackson there. Can you close it now? Can you close the pocket now? Ah. He got to touch a quarterback. Daniels tries to run and step up. Right here, he's got his chance. McKinnley Jackson has his chance to make a play. Wrap him up. Now someone else does. Daniels takes a beating. It's insane. Every game I watch, whether I was watching LSU offensive players or defenders, he takes a beating. He's tough, but yikes, you are thin. That old lineman wanted to catch this ball. Did you see that? He almost caught it. 69. 69 thought about it. He's like, oh, this is my chance. I can run for the touchdown. You cannot catch the ball, by the way, as a lineman. If you didn't know. He's pushing that center back a little bit. We got a touchdown, don't we? We do. All right, McKinnley Jackson, push that center back. Ah, good leverage. He's got to fight that guard. We can't even get a view of this. Come on. Come on, cameraman. 28-24 now. Let's see if they want to run the clock. Oh, they're in scoring position already. I was hoping to see some run defense out of McKinnley Jackson. Oh, that is a catch and a touchdown. Have I not watched this game yet? I don't know. Like, none of this is ringing a bell for me. Can't even see it again. All right, now they're up 35-30. They're going to start running the ball on us, see if we can no, they're throwing it again. Double team on Jackson. Nothing for us to see here. Uh-oh. 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 That boy fast. That boy real fast. Did he even stop running because of the holding? Is that what happened? Or was it definitely a holding there? I've seen these clips now that I remember it. Yeah, because this is just bananas. To outrun people like that is insane. Outrun angles? And is that a hold? I guess so. All right, 35-30. Focus back up, Joe. We got this. We're almost done. A little bit penetration in the backfield caused them to go wide and stay with the play to keep it to a 3.5 yard gain. All right, eyes on Jackson, number 3. Get that penetration. Stay with the play. Ah, he doesn't get in there. I thought he'd help make a tackle. That was somebody else. Oh, another pressure on the quarterback. Daniels is out of there. No containment on that side. Let's watch this. This is one of his better rushes we've gotten in 2 games now. Tries to go outside. Oh, it turns it to power. Yeah, we're gonna go back and look at this. Yeah, give me some speed to power. Yeah, good leverage. That's what he'll do. That's where you get the shades of DJ Reader, when you can really arch those backs and bend those guys backwards. Reader was taller, different weight distribution. When you're 325 and you're 6'3" versus 6'1", that 2 inches may make a big difference. Whoa, a little spin move there. I don't think that was on purpose. Yeah, I think he got pulled down a little, so he just turned it into a spin. Yeah. Hey, he's active. He's not just a fat dude in the middle standing there. That's like Tyler Shelvin was. When I watched Tyler Shelvin, I was out, and then his data profile was terrible, so he was very low for us. But I don't get that with Jackson, right? I get someone that looks like he's going to work. 2-time captain also. Looks like he'll keep energy up and try to keep going. That's a touchdown. Blowing this game wide open now. 42-40 or 42-30. They should be running the ball here. Let's see if we can get some Jackson run defense plays. Somebody ended up in the backfield there. Let's watch him from the nose. Just fighting, working through. 227. He's way back off the line this time. Usually a sign that you're going to try and jump a gap over. Down to the final few plays now. Oh, nice little swim move and a tackle at the line of scrimmage from McKinnley Jackson. Nice job. We might watch this a couple times. Right in the middle there. Arm over. Then collapse. Wrap your arms up. Wrap them up around the waist. Take them down for the final play for McKinnley Jackson. Let's talk about it. So that's McKinnley Jackson. I think those two games represent what he can do. You'll get good bursts off the line, play with good leverage. I don't think he could be a disruptor in terms of knocking guys back, but he can also take on double teams to an extent. We did see the handful of times he had to do it. He got blown back a little bit. They didn't ask him to do it that much, despite playing a lot of nose. So that's something that I think could be an area of his game where it could be an unknown. Maybe he ends up being really good at it in 2 or 3 years, which is kind of how I would talk about any of these nose tackle prospects. Over the years, it's just been such a crapshoot to try and draft a nose tackle. There's just the vibes and the tape is all you can go with. And with McKinnley Jackson, I liked him a lot on tape. I thought he shows the power. He shows enough upfield burst. I think he keeps going. His motor works good. He's just a little inconsistent with his hand placement, some of his moves that you would think he would have gained by this time of playing in college football and being a captain and, being a starter for as long as he has. To me, he reminds me of the Andrew Billings pick. Also a guy that was shorter and stockier, wasn't a true nose. Like, he could do it, but he was more of a 4-3 or an even front nose tackle type. And that's just a different type of position. I also think he's got some Delvin Tomlinson in him, which I was thinking of. That was the Browns nose tackle for a while. And I was thinking, like, Tomlinson was very similar coming out as well. And he developed. And sometimes those guys take 2, 3, 4 years. Andrew Billings took 5 years to be. And now he showed flashes throughout. The whole time he's with the Bengals, he showed flashes. And then when they got DJ Reader in free agency, they were like, we're not enough messing around with flashes. Let's go get one of the best nose tackles in the league. And they ended that right there. And Billings is still a good player. Like, we would take Billings right now. If McKinnley Jackson ends up being Andrew Billings, we would take that at 97. It's just that 97 is still a premium pick, which is why I scored it lower originally. But I don't have a problem myself with Jackson. I want to be clear on that. So I'm hopeful and curious to watch his development and see how it goes, because the last nose tackle pick was Tyler Shelvin, who graded super low for us, but on film, I didn't like Shelvin at all. So I actually like McKinnley Jackson, despite him grading lower. He could grade much lower. A lot of nose tackles in this class graded out much lower for us. So, not the end of the world, not the worst thing in the world. It's just, this has been Bengals on the Brain, episode 82, presented by First Star Logistics. Until next time, hooday.
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realized self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.